Number 3 on how to become valuable at work is this: develop strong communication skills. Develop strong communication skills. When we talk about communication, communication is one of the most underrated career skills. I tell you that you may have brilliant ideas, very intelligent ideas, but if you can't communicate them effectively, you will remain invisible. It's as if you're not even speaking at all. So learning how to communicate is key. And when we talk about communication, I'm not talking about just speaking. I'm not talking about just talking and talking. I'm not also talking about accent. I'm not talking about accent. Accent should not be a barrier when we talk about communication. All that matters is that you're able to communicate your ideas clearly in ways that people can understand you. I'm talking about speaking up in meetings. Speaking up in meetings. I can't overemphasize this, please. Don't be that person that goes to a meeting and says nothing. Even if it is one sentence, make sure you say it. Even if it is repeating what somebody else has said, please do. So, part of being visible at work is when you speak in meetings, okay? Writing clear emails. Writing clear emails. A lot of organizations now have Copilot at work that can help you to restructure and reframe your emails to in order for write clear emails. A lot of organizations are now using Copilot at work. Use Copilot. Use a lot of these AI tools to structure your emails. Make sure you read it and ensure that the person reading your email can understand exactly what you're trying to communicate. And also present information. Present your information using PowerPoint, using slides. Present your information in such a way that people can really articulate and understand what you're passing through. Present your information. Don't just hide behind emails. Set up meetings and say, "Oh, I'm going to be presenting this idea, that task." Present it to them. Explain to them. Ask for feedback. Let them ask you questions. That's how to communicate. A lot of times people hide behind emails. I've sent emails and that's it. No, set up meetings with the right people. Present your information using slides, PowerPoints. Let them ask you questions. Ask them questions. Take next steps. That's how to communicate value. And I can also not but say that, influence stakeholders. Influence stakeholders. How do I influence my stakeholders? You influence stakeholders by asking the question, why? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? What are your findings? What is the data saying? What is statistics saying? Provide evidence. Always provide evidence. Once you have evidence, that's one way to influence your stakeholders. And that's a very good example of how you can also communicate clearly. One simple technique is this: before speaking, ask, what is my key message? What exactly is my key message? And because a lot of times you want to say so many things and you just go up and down, ramble about and, go in circles. But once you know your key message, focus on it. You may have said every other thing, but just make sure that your key message, you memorize that and you say it, okay? And then ask yourself, what action do I want people to take? So after saying A to Z, what exactly do I want people to do? Do I want them to contribute? Do I want them to ask questions? Do I want them to suggest ideas? Do I want them to do something? What actions do I want people to take? So when you're writing your email or you're speaking in meetings, you want to focus on the actions. You want to say, okay, so this is what I'm expecting from you. And your email should also communicate that. Your meeting should communicate that. So what actions do I want people to take? And when you're communicating, keep it really simple, keep it really clear and concise. I know there are people who they want to speak, they want to go from A to B, they first go to Z and Y, and then people are confused and they're wondering, what exactly are we doing here? What exactly is this email about? So always keep it concise, keep it clear, keep it very simple. Go to the key message and the actions that you want people to take.